Hello, friends. One signature on a joint bank account can cost a senior over $100,000 in Medicaid penalties, surprise taxes, and inheritance that lands in the wrong hands. And banks hand seniors that signature card every single day, calling it convenience. Today I'm walking you through the 6 joint account traps hiding in plain sight, and stay with me until number 6, because that's the one almost everyone gets completely backwards. Number 1. Medicaid counts every dollar in that joint account as yours. Not half, all of it. If your name sits on an account with a son or daughter and you ever need long-term care, most states assume 100% of that balance belongs to you, even if your child deposited most of the money. The asset limit for long-term care Medicaid in many states in 2026 is just $2,000 for an individual. So a joint account holding $40,000 doesn't just complicate your application, it disqualifies you until that money is spent down. And here's the part that blindsides families: the look back. Medicaid reviews 60 months, 5 full years of your bank records before your application date. Every withdrawal your co-owner made for their own life, their groceries, their car repair, their rent, Medicaid can treat as a gift from you. And gifts trigger a penalty period. The math is brutal. They divide the flagged total by your state's average monthly nursing home cost, often around $10,000. So $60,000 of your child's undocumented withdrawals over 5 years can mean 6 months of care you pay for entirely out of pocket. The typical mistake looks innocent. Mom adds her son for convenience. He occasionally pays his own bills from the account. Nobody keeps a single receipt. 4 years later, mom needs care, and the family is staring at a 5-figure penalty they cannot document their way out of. Your move: keep a written record of who deposits and who withdraws every time. If a co-owner spends from the account, save proof it was for your benefit. Receipts, invoices, dated notes. Those papers are the difference between an approval and a denial letter. Number 2. Your child's problems legally become your account's problems. The moment a second name goes on the account, every dollar in it is reachable by that person's creditors. Not your debts, theirs. If your daughter is sued after a car accident, the judgment can reach the joint account. If your son falls behind on a credit card and the company wins in court, the collector can levy that account, including the portion built entirely from your Social Security checks and your decades of saving. A co-owner's divorce can drag the balance into the property fight. A co-owner's bankruptcy puts a trustee's eyes on every transaction. Now, there is one federal shield you should know. When Social Security is direct deposited, your bank must automatically protect an amount equal to your last 2 months of benefits from most garnishment orders. If your check is $1, $900, roughly $3, $800 is shielded. But everything above that, the $20,000 you moved over from savings, the tax refund, the CD that matured, is fair game the day a creditor shows up with a judgment against your co-owner. The classic mistake: a widow adds her self-employed son to her account. His business hits a rough year, a supplier sues him, and her emergency fund is frozen while lawyers sort out whose money is whose. A fight that can cost more in fees than the amount frozen. Your move: never hold your life savings in an account that carries the name of anyone with business risk, debt, or a shaky marriage. Keep large balances in accounts titled only to you, and give trusted family access a safer way, which I'll show you in number 6. Number 3. The $19,000 gift tripwire almost nobody sees. Here's how the IRS looks at joint accounts. Adding your child's name is not a gift by itself. The gift happens the moment your child withdraws money for their own use. In 2026, you can give any one person up to $19,000 in a year with zero paperwork. Cross that line and you're required to file IRS Form 709, the gift tax return. Say your daughter pulls $25,000 from the joint account to put toward her house. That's a $25,000 gift from you. $19,000 falls under the exclusion, and the remaining $6,000 must be reported. Will you owe actual tax? Almost certainly not. The lifetime gift and estate exemption in 2026 is $15 million. And the reported amount simply chips away at it. But no tax owed is not the same as no consequences. Skipping a required Form 709 can keep the statute of limitations open on that gift indefinitely. And it leaves a paper trail problem exactly where you don't want one. Because here's the double hit. The same $25,000 withdrawal that's mostly harmless to the IRS is fully radioactive to Medicaid. The IRS forgives, the look-back does not. That $25,000 becomes a flagged transfer. Roughly 2.5 months of Medicaid ineligibility in a $10,000 a month state. The typical mistake is treating family money as one big pot. It's all going to her eventually anyway. The government doesn't see a pot. It sees dated transactions with your name on them. Your move. If real money needs to move to a child, do it deliberately, documented, sized against the $19,000 exclusion, and never within 5 years of a possible Medicaid application without professional advice. And remember what I told you at the start. Number 6 is where the standard advice flips upside down, and everything we're covering builds to it. Number 4. The joint account quietly rewrites your will. Most joint bank accounts carry a right of survivorship. The day you pass away, the entire balance belongs to the surviving co-owner. Automatically. Instantly. And your will has absolutely nothing to say about it. Account titling beats the will every time. Picture the family this breaks. A father with 3 children puts his oldest daughter on his $80,000 checking account so she can help with bills. His will says everything gets divided equally, 3 ways. But that $80,000 never enters his estate. It belongs to the daughter the moment he dies, and she has 0 legal obligation to share a nickel of it. Maybe she splits it anyway. Plenty don't. And the siblings' only option is a lawsuit claiming the account was, for convenience only, a case that's hard to prove and can burn $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 in legal fees while the family stops speaking to each other. Probate courts see this exact fight constantly, and the sibling who was on the account usually keeps the money. The typical mistake: assuming the will is the final word while the bank paperwork says something different. Titling is the final word. Your move this week: line up every account against your will. If your intention is 3 equal shares, the titling has to produce 3 equal shares. Most banks let you name multiple payable-on-death beneficiaries with set percentages, 50-50, or a third each, whatever matches your plan. 10 minutes at the branch prevents a courtroom war between your kids. Number 5. Joint titling can hand your child a tax bill that inheritance would have erased. This one hits brokerage and investment accounts hardest. The tax code gives inherited assets a step up in basis. Whatever the investment is worth on the day you die becomes the heir's new starting point, and all the growth during your lifetime is never taxed as capital gains. Gifts don't get that. And adding a child as joint owner of an investment account is, in the IRS's eyes, a gift of half. A gift that carries your old basis with it. Run the numbers. You bought stock decades ago for $50,000. Today it's worth $250,000. If your son inherits it, his basis resets to $250,000. He can sell the next day and owe 0 capital gains tax. But if you added him as joint owner, his half came over with your old $25,000 basis attached. When he sells his half for $125,000, that's a $100,000 taxable gain at the 15% capital gains rate, a $15,000 check to the IRS that never needed to exist. Multiply that across a full portfolio and joint titling can quietly cost a family $30,000, $50,000, or more. One more wrinkle. IRAs and 401ks never get a step up and can't be jointly owned at all. Those pass by beneficiary form, so make sure yours is current. The typical mistake: I'll just put the kids on the brokerage account so it's easier when I'm gone. Easier for the paperwork, brutal for the tax bill. Your move: for appreciated investments, let them transfer at death through a beneficiary designation or a trust, and let the step-up wipe the gain to 0. Number 6. The one people get completely backwards. When families finally hear about traps 1 through 5, the instinct is always the same. Quick, get my son's name off that account before we apply for Medicaid. Stop. That's the move that detonates the trap. Retitling a joint account, pulling a name off, shifting the balance to a new account, moving money to the child to be safe is exactly what the 60-month look-back exists to catch. Medicaid can read the removal itself as an improper transfer, and the cleanup attempt becomes the penalty. Families have converted a manageable documentation problem into months of ineligibility by reorganizing accounts in the wrong order, weeks before applying. But here's the part that's truly backwards. You never needed the joint account in the first place. Ask what you actually wanted. Someone to pay your bills if you're in the hospital? That's a durable financial power of attorney. Your child can manage the account while it stays 100% yours. No creditor exposure, no gift, no look-back problem created. Money passing to your kids without probate? That's a payable-on-death designation. A free form at any bank, 10 minutes to sign. You keep total ownership and control while you're alive. Their creditors can't touch it. No gift ever occurs. The will fight in number 4 disappears. And investment accounts still get the full step up from number 5. Every single benefit the joint account promised, delivered with none of the 6 traps. The most expensive convenience in banking is the signature card the teller slides across the counter. The safest tool is the free form almost nobody asks for. So here's the picture. One convenient signature exposes your money to Medicaid penalties, your child's creditors, gift tax paperwork, a rewritten inheritance, and a needless capital gains bill, while a power of attorney plus a payable-on-death form does the same job clean. Your one action step this week: pull out your statements and check the exact titling on every account. If a child is listed as co-owner, talk to an elder law attorney before you move a single dollar. Order matters. If these videos help you protect what you've earned, subscribe and share this one with your family today.